Ready, Joshy?
Yep.
Welcome to Everybody's Got a Price. I am your host, the legendary, the iconic, the one and only, the best there ever was, the best there is, and the best there ever will be. Handsome, tan, tall, strong, funny, and cool. Jeff Dye, my co-host, Josh Nelson. Our guest today...
I just think it's funny because we already lost all the viewers just in your intro.
Yeah, I know. Doesn't take long.
They're like,
fuck
oh,
this.
we're fucking gone.
Fuck this guy. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, buddy. How are you?
It's good to see you.
You too, man. You too. You look nice.
Thanks. Got all dolled up for you.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
You look tan also.
I've been out doing some outside
Golf?
stuff. Yeah. No
Yard work?
No yard work. I golfed one day actually, and then what else? I was at baseball games.
Oh yeah, spring training.
I've been to 3 games this year. Lucky me.
Nice. I heard this thing that if you're not supposed to wear sunglasses when it's really like bright and sunny out. You hear this?
No.
Like the UV, it like actually something with your eyes. I don't know. I should have.
I thought that was the only time to wear sunglasses.
Yeah, like it's also you don't have to squint and do all that shit, but like it's supposed to like help.
Oh no, that's because people in Hollywood give a shit about the laugh lines. I think that's what it is.
Is that what it is?
I think that's what it is. They don't want to
I
get
just
Botox.
pulled the
so
biggest
they-
Josh Nelson, bringing up a subject to talk about that I know nothing about.
Yeah.
And that I didn't even read the article. I just go, I heard, and then while I'm saying it, going, probably shouldn't have brought this up. I don't know.
Well, what a wild that just sunglasses are bad when it's bright out.
Yeah, the idea is that like
That's
it helps your like
Should change
like
the
something
name.
happens with your eyes or something where like it helps you. Is it?
Written by the anti-sunglass
I
establishment.
know you could find something for everything, but let's see what I was trying to explain. Wearing sunglasses with UV protection can protect you from extreme brightness and driving on a sunny day. This allows you to focus on the road better as you get to your destination. Wearing sunglasses in the sun is a good habit to have. Yeah, I
You got some bad intel there, buddy.
wait. Go back to that top one said.
If this was
It's generally not bad to wear sunglasses in bright sun.
Who knew?
Yeah.
you'd get community noted by like fucking everybody on this one.
I don't know what happened. I don't know what I saw. I'll try
maybe
to
you
find
saw
it.
an article on April
I'm willing
Fool's.
to just admit I'm wrong.
100%.
It was an April Fool's article.
100%.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm willing to admit when I'm wrong. And that was pretty quick.
That's funny.
Let's
And the viewers are back in it.
Yeah. So this week I was in Canada. I did 5 shows in Hamilton, Ontario. Great club, Levity Comedy Club. Check it out. And then on Sunday I went to Toronto and did a show at Comedy Bar. Don't check it out. And anytime I go to Toronto, my partner in crime is our guest today. A very funny comedian, a very cool guy. One of my brothers in sobriety. The man, the myth, the legend, Gavin Coscarella.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here, buddy.
Hell yeah.
You sick of me yet?
No, not yet.
Yeah.
No, I leave tomorrow, but
Still time.
yeah, plenty of time.
It's good to
No,
have
it's
you in
been
town,
great.
buddy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been great. It's
We got to
nice.
see all that shitty weather together. Now we get to be where I live.
Yeah, it's nice to see the sun and wear my sunglasses.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
You had some sunglass issues this week.
Yeah, I did. I was telling Jeff, so I bought these nice prescription sunglasses. I'm like, I haven't bought nice sunglasses in a while. I'm going away. I need these sunglasses. I buy the sunglasses. I take them to the optometrist. And I'm like, hey, I'm going away on vacation. I want these sunglasses. Can you just make them prescription? You have my prescription. She's like, okay, no problem.
Totally normal.
She's like,
They do that, what, 1,000,000 times a day across the globe?
they'll be ready in 2 days. Perfect. I go to pick them up. And what she did was she just took my sunglasses and put regular glasses.
Like clear.
She unsunglasses the sunglasses. She just put clear frames in them. And
The more I think of it, the more wrong she is.
But everybody's saying I'm at fault. And she's
No.
like, you didn't specify that. And I was like, I didn't think I fucking had to.
You don't have to specify it. Here's where it would be different. If you said, I like these frames, can you make them glasses? Then she's right. But you didn't. You said, can you make these sunglasses prescription?
Yeah.
Because you want prescription sunglasses.
And I thought, I'm going on vacation. I want sunglasses because
Right.
you wear sunglasses in the sun.
Might want to read by the pool.
Yeah. And I was just like, this is comical.
Yeah.
And then when I went to go pick them up, she's
I
like,
think what we're all agreeing on is that she's a stupid bitch. What a dumb bitch, right?
yeah, it was frustrating for sure. But
So
then,
you just got glasses?
yeah, and then I was like, can you change these quick? And she did it. And then when I went to pick them up, I was telling her this is just a customer service pet peeve. I drove into Toronto, which wasn't close by any means. Says it closes at 9 o'clock. I get there at 8:15. They're already closing the door in the mall. And I was like, hey, I'm here to pick up my glasses. She's like, oh, we start closing at 8:15. I'm like, it says you close at 9.
Yeah, then that's closing.
And I could see them. They were right
Start
where you
closing.
are. I'm like, I see the glasses. She's like, no, sorry, we're closing. I was like, that sounds like you're not closed.
Dude.
Yeah.
And I just bit my tongue. I was like, I could fucking punch her
This
out
place is the
right
highest
now.
level of misunderstandings ever.
Yeah.
The only time I ever almost spiral out of control is when I'll go somewhere and it'll be like a Starbucks, and I'll get there at like 7:45, and they close at 8, and they're like, "Sorry, we're closed, and you can't get like a coffee."
I know.
You're
and
not.
they're still open. I walked in the building, but they're cleaning up. But they're like, and they won't serve you, and I will fucking
It
spiral
is
out of
annoying.
control and just be like, "Fucking change it online, like it
Yeah.
says 8 o'clock."
And I know what they're gonna say.
Absolutely.
They're gonna say, "Yeah, but we got to clean the machine, and we got to." And I totally sympathize with that. But then just don't clean the machine till you're fucking closed.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're gonna have to be there a little
Yeah.
longer. That's how it works.
I
they're
didn't pick
paying
the
you.
hours.
They're paying you, aren't you?
But
Like,
it's-
they're paying you to work there. You
And
don't get to
some-
say, "Oh, we can only take we're only selling black coffee now for the
Yeah.
last 30 minutes." Like, fuck you.
And the reason Starbucks really, really gets to me, because a lot of the times it's like, if I need a Starbucks at 7:45, I'm fucking tired already. And then I'll
you're
like,
already cranky,
I'm
yeah.
already cranky. I'm tired. I've got like a long night ahead of me. And then I'll get off the freeway and go into like some area, because it's only Starbucks open till 8. And then they'll be closed, and I'll just snap. It's like the one time where I can feel myself getting out of control.
But if I'm a business owner and I'm leaving it in the hands of some teenager,
Of course.
and I'm like, I'm selling a product and you're not selling my shit because you just want to sweep the floor and
Oh,
get
the
home
owner's on
early.
our side.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
wants them
yeah,
to
yeah,
also
yeah,
get
yeah.
sales
100%.
and like use
Yep.
the machine.
Yeah.
It's
It's
because
just-
the teenagers rule the roost and they don't care, and they've been taught that this place wouldn't go on without us, and Howard Schultz doesn't even share all the profits with us. They've all been taught some commie bullshit, so they're like, "Fuck this! I don't care about this
Yeah.
place." And I got to go get my
Also-
face pierced 10 more times
The
after
glasses,
work.
when they were just glasses, did look really good. And I might go back and
Oh,
get
she'll
another
kill you.
pair. Yeah,
If you go
she
back,
makes
go.
them sunglasses.
Now, who's right?
Can you get those like the
to a
baseball
different
ones where you
place.
flip them
Flip out,
down?
yeah.
The flip them down
Love
things?
those. Always wanted those.
Chris Sabos?
Clip-on sunglasses.
Never
had
needed
their,
them. Always wanted
Yeah.
them.
Had their time.
Well, you know what I'd have done? I wouldn't have. I would have just walked across the street, went to one of these car window tinting places, and said, "Just make these darker."
yeah.
Because they did my car window tinting in like an hour. They could do your sunglasses in a second.
I know, and she was just like, "Yeah, it'll
know.
take 2 weeks." I'm like, "Please do this now.
Yeah.
Just make it happen."
2
She was
weeks?
able to do it
Yeah.
in store.
She sent them off somewhere that was really close, but originally they're like, "They got to go to the lab," and I'm
Oh,
like,
God.
"Come on."
The lab.
Yeah, and then she tried to charge me
Yeah.
twice,
She's
and
gonna
I
hit
was
you
like,
twice on it.
don't you dare."
While we're talking about things that bother us,
Yeah, let's do it.
and Starbucks is also one of the things we were talking about. And I could talk about things that bother me with coffee in these little stores for all day. Just watch my act. It's just me having a meltdown. Like, watch what stores and young people. I hate Starbucks mobiles so much. It drives me crazy.
Don't use it.
You and I have had this fight 1,000 times.
I can't get
And
over it.
it cracks me up, dude. It's like, why would you hate a thing? You order online, you pick it up, you walk out. It's just
It's
like
cutting.
bro, it's not cutting.
You're cutting the
You
line.
have the right to order the same way. So I'm cutting you because you're a moron. You walk in and sit in line.
You think it's okay to cut morons?
I think it's if you're a moron
You're
and you
a
don't
piece
order
of shit.
online.
Wait, you think that's cutting?
I think it's cutting.
Why?
Because
You know what-
regular people they don't. My dad doesn't want to download the app and make an account.
Sorry,
and
bro.
like have to do all this shit.
Yeah.
People just want to go in and grab a coffee, like the way stores are. But now there could be no one in the Starbucks, and you're like, why would my drink take 40 minutes? And it's because
They do
75 lazy
they do
fuckers
skip the shit
are
out of it.
just they're making all their drinks. They're just getting all these drinks, and then people are just walking in and grabbing it off a little bookshelf.
The best thing ever.
It's like
But
it's
there's also the lack of human contact. It's like, I'm doing this
great.
so that I don't have to even speak or look
Right.
at anybody. That's a big perk.
Yeah.
Also, I'm not lazy, bro. I'm busy, dude. I don't have time to wait in lines. Sorry, you got all day to wait in lines. I got shit to do. Grab it, leave. Also, real argument.
no, you don't.
Yes, I do, bro. Also, real talk is going through the drive-through at In-N-Out cutting.
No.
That
Why?
takes longer.
What do you get? In-N-Out takes like the drive.
Okay, the drive-through at McDonald's, the drive-through at any other place, is that cutting?
No.
Why is that not cutting?
That takes way longer. You'll see a lineup of 30 cars and you go in and out and it takes 3 minutes.
Yeah, but so In-N-Out's a bad example. But if you go to McDonald's, you go through the drive-through, it's going to be quicker than going into the restaurant.
I don't think it is quicker.
What if you use the app for McDonald's? Is that cutting?
That's in his mind, it's cutting.
I think it's
Apps
trash.
are cheating.
Yeah, I think it's trash.
Convenience is trash. Everything you do in your life is convenient.
You ever?
No, here's what I would say, and this is the conclusion we came to.
You and I have argued about this for years,
before.
Wait,
hear me out. If you use the Starbucks mobile app and it charges you an extra $5, if I know that you're paying $10 for a mocha and I'm waiting in a longer line and I'm paying $5, totally fine. Cut me, right? Because that's like the first class. Nobody bitches that the first class boards first and they got a better seat and they get food because I go, that guy paid more than me. If I want to pay more, then I can have that thing. But to just be a lazy asshole who gets to cut the line because you went, I've got stuff to do, I don't like that. Now, if there was like a little charge, for Starbucks Mobile, it's an extra $2 or something, then I would get it. I go, yeah, that's good. Make the money, put his before mine.
Well, write a letter to Starbucks.
I'm in line at Starbucks, and then someone who's at their house, they start making their drink. It's like, that guy isn't even here.
So what,
you check into your flight online?
What's that?
Do you check into your flights online?
Yeah, but that doesn't do anything.
Better not. It's cheating. Dude. You got to get in line behind me, buddy.
No.
You got to check those bags.
Yeah.
No, because checking in the line doesn't let me board the plane first.
It does on Southwest.
Sure it does.
No, it doesn't. Not for me.
If I have to go to Porter, I got to go to the desk. And this asshole checked in online. He doesn't even have to go to the desk.
Right.
Do you have pre-check?
Cheating.
It's not cheating.
It's a hack.
Do you have pre-check?
No, because...
It's all convenient.
I don't think that's the same.
Yeah, it is. It is.
How?
Do you have
online
TSA
convenience.
No, because when the person is checking the thing in, it's not affecting me. Does that make sense?
I don't know.
So, like with Starbucks, them having to make your drink is affecting me. With the airplane analogy you just did with the ticketing isn't affecting either party. We're not affecting each other. In fact, I'm not wasting this person taking ticket time while you're checking in. That's a you thing. I'm saying they're wasting my barista's time. I'm going, that barista could be making my drink. I'm right here. But they're wasting their time by just popping it in.
Here's the problem.
By checking in for your airline to get there, I haven't wasted anyone's time. That's way more efficient. Nobody needed to do anything.
But here's the issue, dude. I'm wasting your time because you're not doing the app. You have every opportunity to do the app.
If you were sitting at the ticket place and they go, sorry, we've got 17 people to check in before you. We keep waiting there because we got to check in Jeff Dye. And you go, Jeff Dye's not here. Like, I'm not wasting their time.
But if you had the app and then you go into Starbucks and you'd be the first guy to be like, look at these assholes waiting in line.
You could get the app.
I have the app. I don't use it. I think it's trash.
Well, you should get the app.
Jeff, if there was a dedicated barista to only doing online orders,
that'd be fine.
Oh, maybe there is.
There isn't.
There
it's
is.
one big espresso
There
machine.
is.
No, it's one big espresso
there's
machine.
people working on online orders and then
that.
people who are doing their...
I know that it's true. I used to work at Starbucks twice. But here's the thing. If they had like a separate like little area, right? That's got its own machine. It's got its own employee. And they go, oh, that's for the mobile app people. And then maybe I'd sit in line and be like, why am I not just using that? That's real quicker, you know? Like, that would make me think about it. But when I see that they're just stickers are coming out of this little fucking machine and they're putting them on cups and I'm like, I'm going to be late for my fucking thing. And I'm just watching it. I go, this is a broken system.
Why don't you just
You're
use
just going
the
to
app
take
then?
somebody's
the
mobile
app.
order.
Because now I'm the fucker cutting the line.
Yeah. You have the
But like
opportunity.
you're complaining.
I think it's wrong. I don't think I should do what's wrong because everyone else is doing it.
What else is funny about
Oh,
this?
they're all doing a wrong thing that's cutting me? Maybe I'll be the cutter.
Well, if you look at the lines in Starbucks, there's barely
I don't go,
any
look,
people
everyone's
there
looting.
anymore.
no
No
line.
one's in
He's
line
the only
anymore.
dude in line.
I don't go, oh, no, there's tons of us in line.
Jeff, I don't think I've seen one person in line at Starbucks in the past
He's dying
3
on this
years.
hill.
Yeah, no, you're wrong, bro.
Dying on that hill.
Bro, him and I have argued about this for 2 years now. He'll die
They've
on it,
started
and I
to
die
let
on
these
it.
fuckers do it at the airport.
What is?
The
Oh yeah.
line for the Starbucks coffee is longer than TSA,
Bro.
And then like some dumb bitch goes, "Is this the line to wait?" And I go, "To wait." This happened just yesterday. I hate her
And
so
you
much.
have a
And I
Nexus
go,
pass.
there's no line to wait. And so I go, this is the line to order. And she looked at me like I was an idiot.
You are an idiot.
And I was like, what? Like sorry, there's no line to pick up. We don't know the order is going to come out because of fuckers like you.
This is so wild. The place you need the fucking fast mobile pass most is the airport.
Yeah.
It makes the most sense there. Also, you getting mad about this is wild because you don't even need coffee in a hurry. You're always at a coffee shop for 2 hours anyway. So what are we doing?
Best argument I've heard.
You've been
Best argument I've heard.
Yeah, what are you
You've been
doing?
in person twice today.
But also, if everybody just starts using the mobile app, your guys are going to complain that Starbucks takes too long and all this shit. You only like it because you're cutting.
Everybody
It's the
does
only
use
reason
the
you
mobile app.
like it.
You just got to prepare. You got to do it 5 minutes earlier. You got to do 10 minutes earlier. Also,
the Nexus Pass, I'm glad you didn't go down that path.
Also,
you pay more for that shit.
You were just worried about the mobile app because you're afraid maybe one day the barista's not even going to talk to you or anybody anymore. And that's the slippery slope you're afraid of.
I want to talk to you.
That's the only reason. You and I have argued about this. What about drive-through at Starbucks?
Here's
Is that
what
fine?
it is, guys. It's change, and I don't like it. That's all everything is. Let's talk about that for a second. Like when Don L. Rawlings or any of these black comics go on stage and like, all these white motherfuckers are getting pissed off because they're changing the Disney princesses to black chicks. You racist retards. Here's the thing. It isn't that we're mad that Ariel is now black. Yeah. We're mad that they changed a thing we knew.
Yeah.
It's just the change.
The nostalgia.
April O'Neil was a skinny white reporter that all the Ninja Turtles wanted to have some weird interspecies relationship with. So when Seth Rogen makes her a fat, woke, light-skinned black girl, we go, hey, that changed. The change is the problem.
Yeah.
Not that they're their race or religion or genitals. It's just the change. If we made white Shaft, you'd go, what the fuck's going on here?
Yeah.
Not because we couldn't make a white cool guy. It's because we changed a thing. We changed Shaft. It's just the change.
I'll agree with you there.
Everything I'm having a meltdown about in my life is just always comes back to this is different.
But real quick, though.
But then I could be Shaft for Halloween.
Yeah.
No, I don't think you could.
Also, real quick, though, you can't just, if change is going to happen.
Not with that nose.
You do DoorDash, right?
What's that?
You do DoorDash and Grubhub.
I do all those, but I pay a fee. It's like it's
But
extra.
that's change. I mean, you used to have to go there.
Yeah.
But it's convenient, so you're okay with that change.
Yeah.
So I get it. But also, if eyes can change, yous can change.
That's all it is.
And we all can change.
It's just change, dude. I'm struggling with change, which is a thing that will happen to you, young people. You're gonna get to my age and you go, I get it. I get why he's spiraling out about fucking just anything changing.
Yeah.
Stores change, and I go, what is this?
I miss waiting
Young
in line
people
for
change.
Starbucks, you know?
Yeah.
God.
No, I miss
little
when,
things.
I know it's me going in line going, I miss waiting in line when it was fair.
It's so funny.
I miss when we were all waiting in line.
I love
Not
it.
half of us waiting in line and the other half's fucking.
So
cheating.
if we all paid an extra $1, that would
then
be
I'd
fine.
be so
then?
happy with that. Yeah,
I think
And
we
Starbucks
do.
would love that.
I think we do.
There's
By
got to
using
be
the mobile?
something.
I think we pay more. The mobile prices are more money than the normal ones.
no, you're just
Pretty
lying.
sure.
You're
Yeah.
just lying.
No, I'm not.
And that's fine.
That's
We
fine.
need a researcher on this podcast who can.
Starbucks, you know what? Starbucks
you
would be
in check.
wild if they didn't charge. Well, no, they don't want their people in there. They don't want people in their store. They'd rather knock drinks in and out.
You just can't do your everyday jokes when you pick up mobily. You can't.
I know. I can't give them my little like, hey, I'm a member here. You know, the little stupid jokes I say to the.
I think it's funny because we've had this argument a lot of times.
It's
and
cheaper in store.
No, that's through DoorDash and the app.
I'm so excited to hear. This is another modern problem. I read one thing.
Yeah, but
and
I would
go,
probably-
that proves my point.
But you say I would pay $5 more for my coffee to not wait in that line.
I think that'd be great, and that would make me fine with all of it. Because I think I've learned, I'm very
So if I go
capitalistic.
broke paying more on mobile, you'll be happy with that?
It's your choice. It's your money. I'm very capitalistic about those things. It's like I think that people that pay more deserve to get more. I just always think that it's like I want to be in the front of the plane, in the back of the car. That's gonna cost me. You don't just get that. You don't just get to do it. Like we all don't have the right to have a mansion. No, like the people that can afford mansions get mansions. That's how that works.
Yeah, but Uber.
It's not your right.
Uber reaches, they'll start taking advantage. Like you order Uber, it's like, oh, you get it in 20 minutes, but hey, you could get it in 10
like
if
that.
you give me $6 extra bucks.
And I like that.
Yeah, if I give you 12, can you be here in 2?
Yeah, I like that.
it's
That
just-
makes sense
they-
to my brain.
Would you like if Uber looked at how much money you make and then charged you based on that?
No, that's not fair.
Ooh, I think
Got
Uber does
you,
have
dude.
that.
No, that's not fair.
And that's not even what you're
It's not even close. Because
Fucking got you,
now I
bro.
get the same thing, but I have to pay more.
Yeah.
I'm saying I want the better thing.
Oh, my bad.
I'll pay more.
Just taxed accordingly.
Yeah, bro, that's
you got a
terrible.
nice
Ooh,
house.
this
Real-
guy's...
This hamburger
Real
costs.
Marxist over
You got to
here.
put your W-2s on your fucking Uber app. They
Yeah.
see how much you make, and they're like, well, charge them this.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Side note, I had a pretty embarrassing story happen to me.
Why'd you fuck another stripper?
Why is that embarrassing?
That's not
kinda-
embarrassing.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's kinda
hey,
cool.
whoa, geez.
Well, he had some embarrassing thing happens when he banged the stripper. It's
Okay,
not that banging the stripper was the embarrassing thing.
Okay, now
it's the things that happened when he banged the stripper.
No, man, I didn't bang another stripper, man.
right, well, what else?
Jesus.
Why
Also,
not?
tell us that story too, though.
I was at this girl's house, and they were having a party, and
What was her first and last name?
that doesn't matter. So I go to the restroom, and my stomach is hurting. So I go and I take a dump,
Right.
and somebody's like knocking on the door because it's a party, and
Yeah.
I'm like freaking out.
I'm doing coke.
Yeah, no,
Why
right?
are you freaking out?
Because like it's a party. Like there's only like 10 of us there. Like they
Right.
know I'm in there. Like
Yeah, they're gonna
shitting.
know you
like,
shit.
It's just embarrassing. They're knocking, and then I shit, and it smells. So I grab the poopery.
Potpourri, but all right.
Is it po?
No, it's called poopery.
Poopery.
It's like a brand name
Oh,
for
my
like
bad, my
that
bad.
yeah,
specifically.
and I'm sitting on the toilet, and I grab it, and I spray it like this.
He didn't even get up yet.
I hit my balls.
Yeah, with the spray.
And it is the most painful burn I've ever had. It's just alcohol on your ball sack, bro. So I panic. I'm wiping. It's burning. I'm like screaming, like quietly. I go over. I rinse.
Screaming
I
quietly.
rinse the. I go over to like the sink, and I'm like rinsing, and then everything just starts burning because it's like putting it everywhere. And then I got water all over my pants, and then I just like I have to leave this bathroom with water on my pants. But the bathroom smells
Yeah.
like shit. I just walk
They're
out.
like, everybody, do you know that guy well?
Wait, where was this?
This was at a
house
party.
party.
I was just at a house party with friends.
The
And I walked by and
Was
they were
it-
just like,
Josh broke the number one rule of a house party.
What?
You don't shit at a
I
house
didn't have a
party.
choice.
What? I mean,
There was
Debatable. Yeah, sometimes
some,
you're
I
in a
ate some
predicament.
wings or something and it
That's-
just didn't work out.
I'm not afraid to shit anywhere because I'm quick. Or like pop them out, you know, nobody ever even knows. But I do agree with you. I don't want people shitting in my house at all, let alone at a party.
I wouldn't have done it
Well-
if I had a choice.
I don't like it.
I did it 3 times today.
Yeah, well, I don't like it. Makes
I've
me
done
upset.
it in your house too before, just to let
Makes
you
me
know.
upset.
But that's what I was saying. It was embarrassing. I was so embarrassed because everybody talked about that.
Well, so like when sometimes when embarrassing things, like if I was in that situation, I'd have came out of the bathroom and been like, I got bad news, guys. I took a huge shit. Like I would have
No.
been like,
Yeah,
just
jump
try to get
on
ahead of
it.
it.
Yeah,
Try
yeah,
to
yeah.
8 mile him, dude.
Oh, I
I
sprayed
was so
potpourri over
embarrassed.
my
What are you
dick.
gonna say about me now? I'm like, rabbit from 8 Mile.
I was so embarrassed. Like, I spilled water all over, and that's what I was doing in there. And then, I mean, everybody knew. Like, I'm sure
Everyone
that,
knew.
that
That's
went.
how bad it was.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
that bad.
Everyone
Josh
knew.
sprayed his balls with the poopery
Well, also,
again.
why are you knocking on the door when somebody's in the bathroom? Like, aggressively knocking. Why
Yeah,
are
that's
people doing
outrageous.
try to
this?
mess with you, I think.
But, like, that's so mean. Like, you can't rush it. You can't go faster.
But there was a guy at my comedy show in Hamilton this weekend. He was so hammered that he went in to go to the bathroom and fell asleep on the toilet.
Oh, yeah.
But the door was locked, so like nobody could wake him up.
Okay,
Because
that's
you're
when you
so
should
blacked
knock.
out?
That's when you should knock on the door aggressively.
Oh, dude, they were trying. They're banging on it. The owner had to sneak through the roof to like get in and like unlock it from the
No
inside
way.
because this kid was just so hammered. And he was a nice kid, but he just blacked out on the shitter, and whatever. And then he didn't get kicked out.
What?
Yeah, they kept serving him alcohol. I was like, this place rules.
Everybody gets one.
Just go back
Yeah.
to your
In
seat.
Hamilton.
Canada rules.
yeah.
They just were like, he seemed
Pick
like a
him
nice
up.
kid. He
Yeah.
didn't do anything wrong. He just
Yeah,
felt he's a
yeah.
sleepy guy.
That's wild.
Didn't he try to fight everyone though?
No, but someone from his party did.
Ah, there
Yes,
we go.
he was with like 10 guys, and then one
What
of
a
them
crew.
had a misunderstanding and tried to fight a guy.
You had at the show, like while you were performing.
No, it was all this was after the show. But I just thought it was so funny, man. Me and Bowers were laughing about like, how's he still here?
Yeah,
So
that's
like, what?
wild.
He just passed out.
That's
You know,
wild.
it's not like he.
I mean, he didn't do anything
He
violent.
didn't hurt anybody. He didn't say anything. He didn't break the rules.
The owner having to open the door like that is wild.
I know.
Did he go under the stall?
No, he had to. No, it wasn't like his stall door was locked. It was like a bathroom door with a lock. So he had to go through like, like Tom Cruise from fucking Mission Impossible. He had to like go
Through the
through
vent.
to like get
Rappel
into
down.
the.
Bro, I would be so mad. I would kick that guy out forever. Like
Also,
to let
like,
him come back to the show
Imagine
is insane.
sneaking into a bathroom while a guy's got his pants down,
Yeah,
just
dude.
on a toilet, like passed out.
That's what the VIP ticket gets.
I'm
you.
getting that
Yeah.
video. I'm putting that video out online. Like
Yeah.
I'm
Wouldn't you be-
embarrassing
could
that
you
guy.
be- Wouldn't you be afraid he's gonna wake up? Starts
Yeah.
freaking
What are you
out.
doing in here?
No,
A man is Spider-Manning down into my bathroom.
There's
Tom.
nothing more vulnerable than when you're in the bathroom like that, too.
Oh, dude, I hate it.
I've never fallen asleep like that.
I
but
used to panic just when people would knock.
That's what I'm saying.
I know, but you're supposed to we're in the minority of this. You're supposed to just be like, someone's in here, or someone's going to, whatever. But like, I panic. I don't know what words to say. I'm like, hello. Like, I don't ever know what to say.
I won't even knock. I'll go to open it, and if it's locked, then I'll leave it be.
I know,
Which
but
I
that's
guess is a
if you're on the
horrible
other
habit.
side, what do you say? Do you just get quiet?
Yeah, someone's in
trying
here.
to get in.
Someone's in here.
Yeah, it's weird.
But it is wild that, like, once it's locked, you just got to assume that somebody's in there. Like,
Yeah, of course.
and if they're not, there's nothing you're going to be able to do anyway. You don't just keep
Well,
knocking.
I try it, and then if it's locked, I knock in case there's a code or key or something. And then if that doesn't work, then I start kicking it. I start kicking
then you just-
for the frame.
this person's
That
just
doesn't work. I get a
running into
running.
it.
I
Yeah,
get a
then you
running
get a
and
battering
shoulder
ram.
it.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then if that doesn't work, I start yelling.
That's
Get
ridiculous.
out!
Oh yeah, that's like a gas station.
I know
station.
someone's in there. I
Meanwhile,
say
I'm
stuff like
like,
that.
The gas station pump is.
Have you ever had to
everywhere,
use a public one and, like, the lock was broke? And
Oh, that's a nightmare.
but it's like a stall, but it's like the hole or whatever, the lock's gone, and you're just in there and just like holding
Yeah.
the door, just making sure nobody.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the worst. Also, shitting in jail, dude.
What?
Have you ever shit in jail?
No,
I haven't
dude,
drunk
you
that.
did?
Yes.
Why you were in there for the minimal
It
hours?
was the worst day of my life. I had some bubble guts, and also I was in there for 16 hours
Yeah. I
and
spent the night
hungover.
there.
So it's yeah, dude, I was gonna have to shit. Like I felt like I was gonna puke the whole time. My stomach was a
that
knot.
Honestly,
sucks.
best place, honestly, for you to have explosive diarrhea is in jail, because then no one's going to want to fuck with you at that point.
Right. Well, I don't think you had a lot of rapes going on in the fucking local
Yeah.
jail.
You never know. You never know.
He's like, that's so Christian. To like be like, I dare someone like the dude. You're in local.
You gotta
lockup.
keep them away,
I'm like,
dude. Keep them away,
This
bro.
isn't prison, dude. You're not my celly.
I was in the
He's
drunk
marking
tank.
his territory.
Fuck
in
all
the
y'all.
local
Like,
tank.
dude, we're just drunk guys that fucking drank and drove.
We're in the holding tank, bro.
There was a dude in the holding tank when I was there, just shirt off, doing push-ups.
Oh,
and I was
no.
like, come on, buddy. And I wasn't even like drunk or whatever. My buddies bailed on a cab. Like they didn't tell me. That's how good my friends are. They're like, we're gonna run on this cab. They take off. The cab driver holds me back because I'm like, I don't know what's going on. He calls the cops. Some woman's trying to make an example of me. Stone sober. I spend the night in the like tank or whatever. And there's just this guy beside me, shirt off, tattooed,
What
doing
is he
push-ups.
doing?
I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
And then they take all your sweaters, anything that you could use as a pillow on that like slab they took from me, and it was a nightmare. But I was like, this guy, he's gonna go tell his friends
Yeah,
he did
thinks
hard
he's-
time.
Yeah. Or that maybe he was like,
He would've probably
he
raped
was
me.
in prison a long time, and then now he's like,
Just accustomed to.
well,
working
yeah,
out.
like he had 6 months out, and now he broke parole, and so they're like, we're putting him here until they can come get him in the morning. He's just preparing for the real house, you
the
know.
worst. Yeah,
He knows you're sweet like bear meat. He's not gonna fuck with you.
Get him, buddy.
I was in there once in the holding tank, and a guy had to shit, and everyone there was just like, ah.
Oh, dude, I was alone when I shit.
Yeah, this
But, I
was
mean,
like
it was
one
still,
where it
still
was like
shit in jail, and it was
like
terrible.
14 of us in there, and the guy had to like go to the, and it's not like a corner. It's just like right there.
There's
I-
no walls or anything. It's just a
No,
toilet. Like,
yeah, it's just a
let's
toilet.
put up some walls.
Yeah, no,
Can
they
we
want to
get that
They want to
sorted
shame
out?
you as much.
They don't
as
want you to
possible
have
in there.
privacy. They
Yeah.
don't want you to be able to do anything.
They want to shame you for that.
For the
sure.
animal you are.
It was terrible. Actually, the shit might have been the best part of me being in jail. 'Cause it's like, all right, my stomach feels a little better.
Yeah, I bet. When you were by yourself too,
Yeah.
so
I pleaded with them to give me
being
my
in
own.
jail and constipated.
After like I was in the like detox part where I was there with a bunch of homeless guys and fucking terrible people, she moved me. She was gonna move me into like whatever that's called, the community kind of like whatever. And I go, can you please give me my own cell? I'll do anything, please. I was like, I'm not like these people.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get. I'm like, I'm so afraid. This is the worst day of my life. And she was like, okay, just
Punch a guy out
I'll
just
see
to
what
go
I can
deeper
do.
in.
Like if anyone thinks I'm being a tough guy about what happened, I'm not. I was like so like please. And she was like, I'll figure it out. And I was
I'm
like,
not like these people.
said that.
I know you did,
yeah,
dude.
because guess what? I am not like prison people.
Yep.
I was looking around going, I'll do anything it takes to never be in this situation.
just
I'll be
picture-
good forever.
Picture you in some nice like tight golf shirt,
Yeah.
cowboy boots, and like
Yeah,
a nice
going,
jacket,
"What is this?"
and then just some dude covered in piss.
Yeah, it was
like,
gross.
Who the fuck is this
Guy's
guy?
headbutting the glass, and I'm sitting there going like, I'm not like these guys.
Yeah, give me my joke book.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
You don't want me in prison too. I'll convert everyone. I'll make them all start believing in themselves. They'll be like, what's happening in that block? You know, I'll be like, listen,
Jeff's
guys,
holding
we gotta,
court.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta go back next week.
Yeah, I'll find a way to inspire them. They're like, I'm gonna turn my life
Yeah.
around.
You leave, you know them all by name.
It's gonna
See
be
you later,
terrible.
guys. That's
You're running
hilarious.
weekly meetings in
Yeah,
there.
no, it's not. The jailer's gonna be annoyed. Like they're not supposed to be having a retreat in here.
How much money would it take to go back for a night?
To jail
Yeah.
for one night. Like basically what I did.
What you did?
$5,000.
You do it again for $5,000?
Yeah,
But no, see, it's hard because like if it's just a night, you know you're getting out in a night. It's a lot.
and I know I didn't do
easier.
anything wrong.
Yeah.
You do have to shit
what
again, though.
made it so bad was that I was like, is my life over?
Yeah,
Like,
the scariest part of jail is you're like I don't know when I'm getting out.
Yeah.
Like I know I'm gonna get out, but what if I don't?
you also don't
Like,
know how long the time's passing.
Yeah,
I didn't know it was 16 hours.
yeah.
I thought I was like, this could have been 45 minutes because it was so terrible, or it could have been a day. I don't know
Yeah.
how long it was.
So $5,000.
Yeah,
How much for you to spend a night in jail?
$1,000.
that's pretty low.
1,000. Yeah, yeah, oh yeah. $1,000 most things I'd
How much? We've done
do.
this with other sports. How much for you to streak, not naked or anything, but you just got to go from one end of the hockey arena to the other.
That's slippery. I'll fall
Yeah.
a bunch.
That would be
Do I know
funny.
the fine?
You just, I mean, do you know the fine? I don't know.
No. I
can't
assume
answer.
it would be like I think they'd probably let you off and ban you from the
I don't know.
Ooh.
Nah.
20,000
$20,000.
US.
Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's a good amount.
$20,000
Could you
and
imagine?
and
How
hockey.
would you get out there? That'd be the hard part.
Yeah, but-
because there's this big glass up. You know, it's like hard to get
For
out
sure
there.
you'd have to run the way like the backup goalie's sitting. But also a guy on skates, you got to figure the ref's going to come at me full steam, and if he hits you on skates and I'm running what, barefoot
Yeah,
on
barefoot.
ice?
Is it refs or security?
It'd be the ref,
the refs would
probably.
try?
Oh, yeah. They're the only one. Security doesn't have skates, and they're going to run out there. They'll just be waiting for me at the thing. Or they get a
I
hockey.
never thought of that. Like the security have skates.
I wouldn't put it past like a player to just be like, okay, I'm going
Check
to
his
just
ass,
jump
you
yeah.
out.
got-
Yeah, not even check his
And you
ass.
got no traction.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
just
yeah,
slipping and
yeah,
sliding
yeah.
on the ice. That would be
And
so
like
hard.
falling naked is just embarrassing. And,
Well,
like,
no, I didn't
tackle.
say you had to be naked.
I mean, you can if you
What's
want.
streaking?
well, just running across the field.
Oh, non-nude?
Yeah.
10 grand.
Nice.
Okay, so
Yeah.
10 grand non-nude, 20 grand nude.
20 grand nude.
How much at a high school hockey game? Nude.
Yeah. And we're going back to the jail question. Yeah, that's a twofer.
High school.
Yeah. My old high school, maybe I have some leverage. You know, he's back.
Yeah. Oh, Gavin's here.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
Same old Gavin.
Yeah. No, because that's
That's great.
indecent exposure.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
That's,
What did
that's how breaking the
Dulcich
law.
say he was going to do?
He said
the USC?
$1,000 he'd
Oh,
run
yeah,
a football
USC.
game. He ain't doing it.
Well, you better.
He's full of shit. He ain't gonna
People
do
do it
He's
for
here. We're making him do it.
at the Waste Management Open in Arizona, the golf event. It's like notorious. Like
yeah, we've
on-
covered it. I've
on
been.
the
I go to it every
16.
year.
Yeah, but they don't
we've
really
talked about
they don't
it.
really punish you for doing shit.
No, they're like, okay,
arrest
here he
him.
goes. You want to be the first guy to do it because there's like probably
protocol.
100 guys who are
Yeah.
like, I'm doing it today. And once the first guy goes, it gets tired, right? You're
Yeah.
getting cheered on by everyone, and then by the
Yeah.
end, they're like, "You're fucking delaying the game.
Right.
Stop that."
It is tricky too, but like you got to be able to make your money from your friends. That's how those ones work.
Yeah.
Like if you be like, how much will you give me if I run out there right now? And they say, oh, then that's
And then
the
as soon as they get out there, you go, just kidding.
Yeah. They always have
only he would do.
No. I would
19th
never.
hole painted on their back, pointed at
Or,
their
like
asshole.
this year, a bunch of people went swimming in the water. That was what a bunch of people did. So I got one. How much to carry a life-size cardboard cutout of Danny DeVito everywhere you go for a week?
$1,000.
$1,000?
That's a converse. People would understand that. They'd be
Yeah.
like, "Oh, that's funny," or like,
Or
"Why are
they
you
go,
doing
Where'd you
it?"
steal that from? Like,
Or-
why are you walking around with that?
Or in any scenario, just be like, "Oh, I'm using this for a project I'm doing."
Oh, you'd lie to 'em.
Yeah, I think you would. Yeah. If you just went, "Hey, I'm doing this for $1,000," and they're like, "Oh, I would do it as well."
You know what I said? Listen, here's me at the coffee
500
shop.
bucks.
I've got the Danny DeVito cardboard cutout. I don't know anyone there. It's not my home coffee shop. Just ask me why I have it.
Why do you have a cutout of Danny DeVito?
What's that?
Why do you have a cardboard cutout of Danny DeVito?
Don't worry about it. Just make it even weirder.
Yeah.
Like, don't worry about what I'm up
I'd
to.
just be like, "Holy
Like,
shit,
this
I
guy's
do."
a problem. Yeah, what the fuck? Is that who this is?
Yeah, you might actually have the best week that you just keep doing it. You're
That's
like,
another one.
"Yeah,
Sometimes when we ask about these, like,
why aren't I
it
doing
would
that?
be fun. Yeah. My buddy made a bet in college, some baseball bet, because they were big baseball heads. Shout out to Joe Kaiser. And the loser of the bet, I think it was about whether Griffey would get injured or not, but I'm not sure if that's true. But anyways, the loser of the bet had to rent a bear costume, go to a bar for the night, and just order Labatt Blue at the end of the bar all night. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, of
The
course.
Canadian beer.
Yeah.
The commercials for the time, the marketing of it was just this bear who drinks alone, like at the bar, and so he had to do it. So he lost the bet. He rented the bear costume. He went to the bar, just kept ordering Labatt Blue, and he was a rock star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone wanted a picture with him. He was like, "Dude, this was the best." I thought that losing the bet would suck, but everybody bought me beer. 1,000 people took pictures with me. Joe Kaiser was like a really handsome guy, but kind of like a nerdier guy, and like chicks are coming up to like it was like
Yeah.
such a good like.
Dude, the bear's gonna be there
The
tonight.
bear, yeah, it's a
Hell
big
yeah.
deal. So
Where's the bear?
Maybe the DeVito thing would be kind of like that.
Yeah,
like,
it'd be
oh,
cool.
that's kind of funny. Let's go talk to the DeVito guy.
Yeah.
How much would you do it for a DeVito?
A week, everywhere I go.
Everywhere you go for a week.
God, I'm different than you guys.
You do it with like the
Joe.
Ultimate Warrior for free.
No, I wouldn't. Because here's the
That'll be
thing.
next.
I would with like when I'm not with you guys, like I am like, like when I'm at like Equinox working out, like I'm not like silly
Yeah.
guy, like and now I've got this, so I'd be like, I think
You're on stage doing comedy.
know,
You gotta do it. I fucking bring it up.
I do it for $3,000.
Okay, that's
Just to carry a cardboard cutout? Though?
I know that like it doesn't really cost me anything, but like if you want me to really do
But
it,
he's at the Laugh Factory. He's got to carry the cardboard cutout. He's got to
that'd
put
be
it on stage.
hysterical.
I got once.
It would be funny though.
It'd be
Plus,
funny
that's,
once.
that's free
But
press
it's for
for
a week.
Danny DeVito.
I know, but I do a lot of sets all week. I also don't want to be the guy who takes this on, gets someone's money, and now I just stay home for most of the time, or I don't go to Equinox that way.
Oh, no,
I'm
no,
thinking
you'll
like
go.
I got to do my life.
Oh
with
yeah,
this.
100%. That's
You,
yeah. I'm
you
not
like
gonna-
it. You wouldn't mind that attention.
I'd like it sometimes, and I wouldn't other
Yeah.
times. That's all.
What about okay? So 3,000.
Like at the dinner we were at last night, like the.
with the Danny DeVito.
I mean, there's just there's sometimes where you want to look like cool guy, and
It's
like,
not ideal, but
I'm
if
going to the
yeah.
Lakers game, just got DeVito. They go, you can't have that here.
That'd be hysterical though. If you're courtside at a Lakers game with a Danny DeVito cutout, that'd be fucking
They're
hysterical.
like,
They show you on the
Can I
jumbotron
see
with
this
it.
guy's ticket?
yeah, you have to use the
You got the
ticket
ticket, dude,
for
for
it.
him.
Yeah,
Should
yeah,
it be a
yeah.
cardboard cutout, or should it be a like a life-size for real doll with
that'd be
just his
awesome.
face on it?
That'd be different prices.
Okay, so Danny DeVito, $3,000. You said $1,000.
Yeah.
How much for Hillary
How
Clinton
much for
cutout?
you?
How much for a Hillary Clinton cutout?
$1 million.
$1 million.
Actually, it might be a little more funny if it was Hillary. And I would start to develop like little shtick with the cardboard cutout.
You'd be writing
You
material.
know, like at the
about it.
Lakers game, I'm making Hillary blow me.
Oh,
you know, like just like stupid. Like it'd probably be funnier if it was someone I hate. Like
Yeah, he's making out with it. I would do the same
What
thing.
about this with
500.
Danny DeVito's face on it?
Well, why Danny DeVito? I love Ted DiBiase. The name of this podcast
Yeah.
is because of Ted DiBiase. Everybody's got a price.
All right, is that a doll?
Yeah, these are famous.
like
You don't remember
this.
those?
Yeah,
No, but how big are they?
They're
this.
tiny. They're like this.
Okay.
Take that everywhere
we
you
would
go.
do.
I
So no
I
one
never
would
liked
see
the
it.
idea that they thought you could wrestle with this thing.
I did.
Surprised it took off.
I did big time. Yeah, the bed would be the ring. You jump off and give him a fucking
Well, like I like
stunner.
wrestling with my buddies, but like this was so small.
Yo, you're not gonna get hurt giving
I
that
could
thing
wrestle
a power
with a
bomb.
throw pillow pretty easily.
Yeah, but if it looked like that, to be honest, I
all
think
it
that's
is.
what they
A
were
throw
going
pillow
for. Yeah,
just-
yeah, yeah.
Well, we found out who wrestled with it. He
Surprised
did.
I don't have
yeah.
more
Oh,
of these.
100%.
Any bigger adults would start fucking.
Yeah.
Here's how. Oh, there's someone's fucking these for sure. Also, here's how much of a pervert Christian is. He immediately zoomed in on this foot. What are you, a foot guy?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll
wow,
suck on some
bro.
toes. I don't
He's
give a
like,
fuck.
look at Ted DiBiase's
You would
foot.
press their hands and they'd be like, "Oh, brother," and like that.
Okay.
Well,
was the
not
whole
the
thing.
originals, but yeah, in the remakes for WCW.
Yeah, the
And you know
NWO.
how I know that is because,
You wrestled with them.
well, no, people would get hurt. You'd slam someone with the fucking thing, and that little hard part that's in there was what hurt, you know? It's like, it's all cotton.
Oh, brother.
Usually you'd slam someone with like a pillow, don't hurt, but the pillow didn't have a big
Yeah.
thing in it that makes noise.
And then they would just break because you were slamming them
Oh, for sure.
all day. Well,
So how much
that's-
to carry that around for a week?
That,
Yeah,
that's less for me, $1,000.
$1,000.
Yeah.
It's still a
Yeah,
lot.
this is low stakes, fellas. This is
I know.
this is a no brainer. $500.
$500 to carry that around
Hillary
for a week.
Clinton in Canada, they'd just be like, "What do you?
Yeah.
What the
What
fuck
is happening?
this?" Yeah.
The Hillary one's lower. Oh, the Hillary one's the same price, but
All right.
I would
I'd get clapped.
enjoy it more.
I'd get cheers. People would be like, "Yeah, very progressive guy."
And
Okay.
I bet I would like develop material about it too. Like if I had to bring it, I'd be bringing it on stage.
Yeah.
By the second night, I'd already have like 3 things that I
the
usually
holes
say.
cut
about-
out of the mouth.
Don't worry about that. Just get into the.
So you want to raise the stakes a little bit. How much did it go to Canada and do a Trump cutout?
Oh, yeah, like $1,000, because it's just people will engage with me, and then again, do we have to tell them I'm doing it?
You
for
could explain it any way you
$1,000?
want.
Yeah, I'd be like,
You
yeah,
could say like
it's
a
bet.
podcast. Yeah.
But they would get some heat on it and be like, "Oh, what are you doing?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much to wear a MAGA hat? all week. And that's tougher to explain.
That's and
Also,
people
and
don't
I-
give you the chance to explain.
Exactly, and I won't let you for this one say that it's for a podcast. You just have to be like, it's just a hat.
That's
you know?
tough.
You can try to
'Cause
explain it.
again on stage.
Yep.
That's a tough one. That
And day to day, just driving.
Yeah,
Sometimes I'll wear a MAGA hat
yeah.
driving, and people are like,
$20,000.
20.
20,
Wow.
I think.
You wouldn't do it for 10? 10 grand's pretty good.
I mean, $5,000's a lot.
Yeah, you sold me. 10
10
grand.
grand.
10 grand. Yeah, 10 grand. You know, because it is still, there are people who do it everywhere.
Right. Well, we
Like,
wore
but
our
it's
MAGA
just-
hats on election day, like just from morning to the big victory. And but there was a girl next to us in traffic, and she was just a nice woman, you know, she's not. And then she turned and looked at us. The look, I'll never forget her face.
Yeah.
She looked at us like she literally saw a monster,
Yeah.
just because of a hat, just because propaganda.
I
Like,
would
it's just a
probably
hat.
rent a cabin and go up north for a bit and just fit right in.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
Oh, so there's certain areas in Canada you
oh
can do it?
yeah,
Okay.
Alberta.
Oh,
it's
there's a lot of
just-
Trump
See, I don't know much
Canada.
about it. Yeah.
Well,
especially if you asked me this literally a week ago, it would be
different.
3 days ago. Yeah. But yeah, there's places 100%, and it's so
like here.
it's not even like it's
They
so
loved him his first
it's-
election.
It's outrageous that people are so excited in my country about your president. Like
Yeah.
it's never been like that. Nobody gave a shit about
No.
who your president was first. So nobody was pro Obama about it. Like they were like, oh yeah, Obama rules. The sentiment was there, but it wasn't like a whole brand to get behind. But
Yeah.
yeah, I would be if I went on stage at certain clubs. It'd be like I'd get booed right off immediately.
Booed.
Oh, 100%. I bet.
Is that
I bet
'cause of-
9 out of 10 people, if you were like, "Hey, can you come do my show on a Friday night?" and I showed up with a MAGA hat, they'd be like, "You're not on the
I
show."
should have done that Nubian show with the MAGA hat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You would have seen Toronto crime firsthand, baby. No.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
All right, here's another one. How much to wear tutu for a week?
I feel like that's a standard like fantasy football you lose the
Okay.
league. You're
Oh,
in there.
really?
Yo, that's an easy one. For a week, like going to work, going all that. It's
Can I tell my dad I'm not gay?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that changes the price.
$1,000.
$1,000.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, it'd be quirky.
Christian, how much for you?
To do flag football?
No.
Sorry, I zoned out for a second.
You thought we were asking people how much to do flag football.
He's like $50,000.
This guy would vandalize anything for free and mug old people. And we're like, how much for you, Christian, to play flag football?
We weren't talking about football, let alone flag football.
Bro,
I don't know why I heard that.
if there's never been a more like cheating on the assignment
Yeah.
answer I've ever seen in my life.
What's that? How much to get in and out? Is that what the drive-through?
Just not even on the same planet.
What are we talking about?
How much to do flag? Yeah. How much for you to go do a flag football league, dude?
Free.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
that sounds like that's
was the actual
fun.
question?
How
People
much?
sign up and
Wait, what
pay
was the actual
hundreds of
question?
You heard
dollars to do
fantasy
that.
football because usually if you lose fantasy football, the troll or the punishment is to wear a tutu around for a week. So how much for you to wear a tutu around for 1 week?
Free.
Free.
I do it for like $200.
Okay, now he's learning. Jesus, free is ridiculous.
Well, like last night would have sucked if you walked up with a tutu, you know? It's all these hot chicks there and you got a tutu. on.
Yeah, you do that empty show with a girl text whack.
Yeah, that was
Oh, yeah,
sad.
give them some context on that.
Yes.
I did a show at, I'm not
Listen to
gonna.
this.
Yeah, I did. Fuck, I'll say the venue. I don't give a fuck. I did a show at Kookaburra, and I had like 90 people on my guest list. My other producer had like a bunch on his guest list. Only 20 showed up, and I brought 2 really pretty girls to the show. One of them.
And when we were having the conversation last night, I was saying like that's always the worst feeling when someone you like or someone who came to see you who's like a potential fan or a real fan sees you in a show where there's no one there.
Yeah.
Because you want to look like a rock star always.
Yeah.
So like that's always the worst feeling. Because now they go, oh, I thought this guy was famous. He ain't shit. Or,
Yeah.
oh, I thought he was cool and he was okay, you know? So he was in this unfortunate situation where these 2 hot chicks. came to the
Vulnerable.
show. Yeah,
Yeah.
so he does this show there's no one's at.
Yeah, like it was to the point like where I didn't even want to go up. Like I went up last, and I just almost called. I almost like went on stage like, all right, thanks for everyone coming up. That's how bad it was. Like that's how fucking bad it was.
Everyone didn't come out.
Yeah. And
Thanks for not coming out.
I'm sorry.
I look at the girl's story after I drop her off. She's like, "Oh, let's go out and like we'll have fun. We'll get your mind off of it." She was like trying to be nice. So, like while she was with me, I drop her off. I'm in the car with the other girl, and I look at her Instagram story, and it just shows the empty like venue, and it just says "whack" at the top of it.
That's perfect. It's perfect.
She just put a story that said.
let me see.
I
I
want
have
to
it.
date her. Like that's so savage to just be.
Did she tag you?
No, she tagged me in the
Okay, well,
next.
at least she's
no,
polite.
No, she's talking about the venue. She's going. This place is whack. Like this show was whack.
And then she tagged me in the next story where she said doing his best for 8 people.
Oh God.
All right. Well, she tried
That's
to be nice.
It's not a slam on you, but like
She tried to be
she's just
nice,
being
but also
honest.
she doesn't need to share
She
that.
wanted that
Yeah.
comedy store
Yeah,
experience
yeah.
where there's 500 people and they're all trying to blow the comic that she knows, you know. But she got Kookaburra Lounge where there's 8 people.
Also, though, maybe next time don't lie about your fucking guest list.
I'll show you the guest list, motherfucker.
That's the worst thing you could have said.
It's so funny too.
I'm
that-
just kidding. That's the worst feeling when you have a bunch of people. They all say they're coming and then they
because
don't.
it was
I
a
get
free
it.
guest list, so no one felt
Yeah,
obligated
no,
to come.
no money
Yeah.
on the line. You don't have to
And
go.
then they said, "Where is this place?" And then
Yeah.
they just didn't go.
That's the famous thing of like you go to do somebody's show and it's late and they're like, "Oh, you should have been here last week."
know.
And
Oh, every time.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
I was.
yeah.
There was no one here then either.
And to
was
make
whack.
it worse, the worst part about it was I was pitching a show to the Hollywood Improv, and I had someone there from the Improv who was like coming to like scope out the show to see if I can produce.
Oh, no.
Was on the lineup. So he's like, yeah, like we'll see if like you can fill seats and everything. Like he was helping me like pitch the show and everything. So he came to that show,
That's
and
terrible.
I found the thing. Let me pull it up on my
that
laptop.
sucks.
Yeah, so it was an all in all terrible night. I almost killed this girl and myself.
How was
Okay,
your
well, let's
How
not,
was your
let's
set?
not put that on camera.
My set, I don't even remember. I didn't even I did not want to be there at all. Like I did not put any like effort.
So really good.
Yeah.
Oh, there's whack.
She spelled whack wrong.
She rules,
She
dude.
spelled whack wrong.
No, that checks
Insane.
out.
Oh, is that how they spell whack?
That's how young people are.
That should be your promo poster for the next one.
Yeah, it should do.
Dude, it's perfect.
Oh, that's so
Best
funny.
DM me for guest list.
Maybe you should call it the Whack Show, dude. You produce the Whack Show from now on.
Honestly, not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Not a bad
Next
idea.
time I'm in town, I'll
She
do it.
might have been
Deal.
saying, "We are Kookaburra kids."
Yeah.
You know, like that's what
Yeah.
she meant.
Dude, that's what it
We are
means.
Kookaburra kids. You know,
Yeah.
she's a fan of the Kookaburra Lounge.
I think they spell kookaburra with a K,
Wait, let me-
though.
yeah, I was gonna say they spoke.
Is it?
I think so.
Dang it.
Whack.
We are confidently
Comedy.
Kookaburra.
No, we are comedy kids.
No, we are. We appreciate comedy at the Kookaburra.
Will you make sure that's on the video of this podcast so
will.
that people
We
know?
appreciate-
Doing
comedy
his
that
best
Cuba-
for 8 people.
See, that's the thing. She's even recognizing it isn't you. There's only 8 people.
Yeah. There was more. That's what bothered me. There was at least 20.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What are you wearing, though?
See, that's
So that's her taking a
funny,
dig,
but
too, you know?
Yeah.
in Toronto, that's like a
say,
successful
Josh?
show.
He's asking what you're wearing while he's wearing an Amazon
Yeah.
sweatshirt.
It was. I got
wow.
it at a flea market. It's an old
I'm not wearing an Amazon sweatshirt, bitch.
Amazon Basics. It was just an old like Olympics jacket that I got.
That's
at
what
a
I was going
farmer's
to ask if it was a starter jacket. I wasn't talking shit. I don't know
Was
why you're
it
taking
the-
strays at me, bro.
Which Olympics? The
market. Special Olympics.
Vietnam.
Special Olympics.
Oh, dude, you're killing in that photo. She should have said killing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even repost it after that.
Oh,
Like,
comedy's humbling sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Sure is.
very
I'm gonna find out
often.
next week.
All right, let's do a couple more. How much to answer every question you're asked for 48 hours? I'm Batman. And you can't say anything else.
So if anyone asks you anything, you have
no
to
matter
say,
what,
I
you
am
gotta say
Batman.
I am Batman.
So if someone asks you, "Are you gay?"
Sounds
I'm Batman.
annoying.
Yeah, for 2 days.
Also, like, how would he order food or coffee or stuff?
We just gotta order. They
Write it
can't
down.
ask you.
You have to use the
You
Starbucks
could
app.
say other shit. If just somebody asks you a question, you gotta say I'm Batman.
For 48
I
hours?
know, but they'll say, what size?
I am Batman.
I am Batman.
Large.
They're like, this guy is
You're
a
on the
problem.
honor system,
This guy is a problem.
but you gotta.
You are? You're
I
Batman?
am Batman.
Jeff, you could just
I
use
am
the
Ba-
Starbucks
and you gotta
app
do it like,
or
I
any
am
of the
Batman.
apps.
I
Where
would
is
start
she?
doing all that.
I am
yeah.
Batman. You gotta do it with your best.
Yeah, you don't phone it in.
No.
I am Batman.
How many people are gonna be at the comedy show tonight?
I am Batman.
Whack.
Yeah, that is whack.
For 48 hours.
I would
You could
hate
do that for
this.
$200, right?
No.
Well, yeah,
But I could-
$500 would just be a nice, reasonable thing that I'm like, okay.
2 days,
2 days.
$500?
Yeah,
That's-
I'm
yeah.
asleep for 16 of those hours.
16.
Right? Like, you know.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, he's 8 and 8, yeah.
8 and 8.
I thought you meant just you're going to sleep 16 hours a day. I was like, this guy.
Yeah, it's an option.
All right. So $200 or $500.
How much for you? How much to eat a 3-day-old In-N-Out cheeseburger?
It's been sitting in the fridge for 3 days.
3 days.
Why is it at your house right now?
He bought me a burger from In-N-Out, but I didn't want it. So it just sat in the fridge for 3 days. And then last night we come home. He wants a little late night thing or whatever. So
Roll the dice,
he
baby.
put it in the microwave.
Good man.
Yeah.
$100.
Wow.
100?
$100.
He did it for free.
I know.
Yeah, it was delicious. Yeah, yeah.
But was it good?
Yeah, it's as good as it didn't have these
So 3
hopes
days
of
it holds
being
up?
fresh. Yeah, it holds up. I figure it's mostly like
Did you have
modified shit
preservatives,
anyways.
yeah.
Yeah,
Did you have onions on it?
everything, the whole animal style.
You got animal style?
It's not for me. I didn't eat it.
But who ordered it?
I
just
ordered
ordered an
it and I
extra
messaged him.
one. Oh,
I was
you
like, "You want
ordered it.
anything?" And he didn't respond.
you
so-
ordered him a burger, he
Yeah,
did.
yeah,
He's being
yeah.
a good person.
I never eat.
Yeah, but part of me when I ordered it for him, like, I was like, I hope
That's
he
why I
doesn't
was
want this
surprised
because
when
I
it was-
want it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. And I gave
We
you,
should have
I
that
gave you a
night.
3-day window.
that's a long
Yeah,
window.
yeah, yeah.
What a nice guy. He gave
I
you
know,
3
that's
days
really
to eat
nice.
it.
I would have
Yeah.
told you right away that's going to sit there forever.
No.
Because I also think
I'm a
In-N-Out's
house
very, very
guest.
good, but it's fresh is what it makes it good.
Of course. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He got fresh.
Got fresh.
All right, here we go. How much this one How much to do a professional photo shoot dressed as Bigfoot in public park?
Oh, fuck yeah.
That's fire.
Free. I want to do
I
it.
knew
Yeah, 100%.
For free.
Yeah, you will do it.
I'd love it. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be expensive, but let's do it.
You guys did that at the mall.
You want to do that, dude?
What's
You
that?
want?
You did something like that at the mall for free.
I know. I dressed as Krampus. Went hard.
You $100.
So would you rather do a photo shoot of Bigfoot in a park, or would you rather dress up as Bigfoot and walk around
Anywhere.
the city
Do it for free anywhere.
for free?
Love it.
What if you have to do?
If I
your
buy you a
stand-up
Bigfoot costume, you'll
in
wear
a
it.
Bigfoot costume.
I've done stand up in a Bigfoot costume. I have. It was Halloween. I said, perfect.
Of course you have.
Yeah, because everyone had a costume, and I would have won the costume competition too, but they gave it to this the server, which I was most happy about because she's working, you know, and also the prize was like a good amount of money, and I'm like, no, this makes me happy that the server got it.
Did you write a set as Bigfoot?
Good question. No, I don't think I did. I think that I did little things up top to address it.
Yeah. Well, I can't know when he see me.
I'm everywhere.
Do you think Bigfoot? Do you think Bigfoot has a small dick?
No.
Wouldn't that be hilarious?
Do apes have big dicks?
I don't know.
Because we
I don't know
always
why you
look-
looked at me.
Well, I was a research, not because I thought you'd know. But you know what I mean,
Flag football.
But do you think, like, we always look at gorillas and stuff, but I've never seen their 3 to 6 centimeters, not inches.
That's
That's
well,
a
he would
tiny
know. What's
dick,
that?
dude.
yeah,
That is,
What is that?
That's a tiny dick.
Okay, I got an ape
Yeah,
sized
he'll
dick.
tell us.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
has
yeah.
balls on
Give
Go
us the
back to
metric
that first
system.
one. Yeah, but that's a
they're-
tiny chimp, bro.
They're mostly
Why
balls.
is the balls in
Look
that?
at how small their wieners are.
That's like me.
That's pretty big.
That is not big. He's this big.
On that side over there?
And so it's that big on him.
That's
It's
dude.
disgusting.
That's pretty big, bro.
Look at the gorilla, the big
I'm
first
over
gorilla.
here going, that's pretty big, right?
yeah.
Gorilla
That's
dick.
pretty big.
3 to
right?
I
6
love what we're
inches,
doing. Go to
yeah.
that second image.
I got-
No, it's not 3 to 6 inches. It's 3 to 6 centimeters.
We're gonna end on gorilla dick, huh?
Look how small his penis is, and that thing's 10 times our size. Not 10 times. It's
That's why he looks miserable.
yeah, tiny dick guy. Tiny
Can't
dick
even
guy.
see it.
Die, bro.
And I
Why
made it
did
about me.
You gave yourself.
I want to be a primate so bad. These are tiny little dicks.
That's why they always look angry.
Yeah, that's why they're pissed off. No one will touch their dicks. These monkeys. What's that drawing thing over there on the left? Is it like a bunch of little dicks? What is that? What are we looking at?
That's your binder
Someone
from high
drew
school,
monkey
buddy.
dicks and monkey vaginas.
That's hilarious.
That is terrible.
Oh, God.
People have too much. What is it?
That's an ape with a cock head.
I could see that on a shelf in your house.
Yeah, it's something weird like that. Yeah, it's all like oil colored.
That's a sex toy.
That is not. That is art.
For who, Josh?
Yeah,
For the
yeah.
ladies.
It does have a little penis at the
The
bottom.
ladies, bro.
That's a one of one.
Please make sure you put.
What's that?
You got to make sure you put this up on the podcast because
so they
this is
can
going to
see
be
it.
really weird if you don't.
It's perfect.
All right. Last
Sweet.
question.
Yeah.
How much to eat a jar of mayonnaise?
A whole jar?
Just the
Oh,
smallest jar.
God. It would be entertaining to watch me do it because I will be gagging the whole time.
Yeah, that's a texture thing.
What? It's not even. I don't care. I'm going to go, oh, and it's just so much.
$1,000.
$1,000.
$1,000.
You have to finish
You'll
it.
streak in front of high schoolers cheaper than you will eat a jar of mayonnaise.
Yeah, yeah. But I'm with you. It's like gagging, and if it was ketchup, it would be 5 for me. I have a ketchup phobia.
Really?
I had.
Oh, wow.
I'll have ketchup with chips, but when the first. Some context there's the first time I ever slept over at my buddy's house. First time ever. While I was asleep, they covered me with ketchup in my ears, my nose, everything. And I woke up.
It's a prank, bro. It's a prank, bro. There's a video. We're recording.
Covered in ketchup. Woke up, puked. So it was just puking.
the worst.
And I still think of that smell.
sure.
Oh, of
yeah.
course.
That smell of just like people who are like, I can eat ketchup with a spoon. It's
Some people
vile.
it's tequila. Yours is
Yeah,
ketchup.
PTSD. Yeah.
What a fucking mean
It is
prank.
gross. Yeah, it's not
How
meant
was your
to
first
be.
sleepover? I'm miserable. It was.
Did you
terrible.
ever do another sleepover again?
Oh, why? Yeah, it took me a while, but I
Oh.
just chose who I did it with.
Yeah.
I was like these monsters.
They called you Ketchup Boy for the next
Oh,
5
yeah,
years.
God.
Nothing's meant to be like in your nostrils. And like that's gonna,
And like a pillow, like like on your cheek and
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh,
I was
that
like,
sucks.
gross.
All right,
Mayonnaise,
so
no problem.
mayonnaise.
Kids are mean.
Yeah,
do you mean no problem?
$1,000.
That's
for
gonna be a
mayonnaise.
problem finishing a whole jar of mayonnaise.
Yeah, you won't. You
a big jar.
guarantee you
Little-
don't.
the little
feel
jar,
well.
the littlest jar.
I
little
wonder if
jar.
you'll get sick.
No, you won't. We looked it up.
And do I have like a water or something with me?
Yeah, you could drink water.
Yeah. And
I
could
do
I,
it for
could I
$1,000 also.
$1,000.
Could I-
be the mayonnaise man?
if I had like chicken nuggets or fries as well, that's a no-brainer.
No,
Well,
it's
we're not
just
giving
it's
you
just
fries.
you a spoon.
We're not gonna just get him a lunch.
Yeah, dude. No, it's just you a spoon.
Oh yeah.
How
And
much for
mayonnaise.
us to go buy you lunch?
Yeah, but is it like
Because
and
he dips his. I wasn't gonna
I
out
know
him,
they
but
do
he
fries.
admitted it. Yeah, he does dip his.
I found out
fries
that
in
mayonnaise is like
I
one
do
of the
that.
most
Really?
popular condiments all around the world.
Didn't know that. Oh, just because I don't do it. So.
Yeah, I don't either.
Fries and mayonnaise
know
is
that.
good. I'll give him credit for that.
how to
Fries
get
and
the name
mayonnaise.
mayo?
Just you a spoon.
Bean?
Speen.
One spoon
one
and a-
spoon
We
and
keep
some
thinking
mayo.
these 8 beans, and now he's going, oh, one
yeah,
spoon.
yeah.
I'm not talking right today.
And I would just have it with me. I'd take a few bites. I'm not like I don't have to just sit there until it's done.
What about Miracle Whip? Does that change it at all?
No,
Is
I'm
it
a
different?
Hellman's boy.
I think Miracle Whip's disgusting.
It's just food lube. That's all it is.
yeah.
That's all mayonnaise is. Invented
Mayonnaise and-
just
So
to make your
$1,000 you
food.
do it?
$1,000. All I did jar.
Not
of
for
mayonnaise.
500?
No.
Cash,
No.
Yep.
tax free.
Tax free.
Cash.
I assumed all
I'm
of this
still
was
just
tax
doing it
free.
for content. If I'm honest, the $1,000 doesn't change me much.
When I'm saying 20 grand, that's 25 my money. So you know,
So what's that, like $300?
yeah, pretty much.
I don't know that. Wait, well, you said you put ketchup on chips. You're talking French fries? Or?
No ketchup on French fries or in a hot dog. I'll have it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
there's
know that
certain
this isn't
times.
that crazy, but I like potato chips with ketchup.
We have ketchup potato chips.
I know. Those are good too, but like just dipping my
Yeah, I can get down
potato
with
chip and ketchup is good, which is not that
just-
far of a
that's-
difference than anything else, but it's good.
Fries
that. All right,
two
so
ways.
how much what was the price?
$1,000 or 500. Sorry, 500.
I'd be around 1,000 too. How much for you, Christian?
For
Like
jar
football.
mayonnaise?
Yeah, next time I bring a jar of mayonnaise in here, we'll pay you how much?
$1,000. Dude,
He doesn't want to do it.
Nah, 'cause, like,
this is
I
the
love-
highest price he's ever said.
I love mayonnaise, but like just thinking about like doing like it by itself, like kind of is like,
This
Yeah,
dude's
that's
like
why
$100
I'll
for
think
everything.
about it and be gagging.
Guys,
and
if
shit.
we sell out my next show, I'm gonna eat a jar of mayonnaise.
And then
There
we're
you
gonna
go.
film you and put whack.
Well, the cool thing about our show too is like if you can't finish the jar of mayonnaise, you don't still get the money. You've got to complete.
Yeah,
it.
of course.
That's why I'm always going. I don't know if I could do that. Like,
Yeah.
I'm thinking like because I don't want to do half of it. 3 days with the Danny DeVito cutout, and then I book Joe Rogan or something, and they go, "You don't get the money." I go, "God damn,
One-
it's 3 days I did
Bro,
Danny
but
DeVito."
if you had a Danny DeVito fucking cutout on Joe Rogan, bro, this shit would blow up, bro.
How much? One quick one for you guys, because I was thinking about this on the way here. How much money to never go to Canada again?
I do that for $500.
Yeah.
I'd probably do it
And
for
the
the same.
opposite, I'm like 10 million.
$500.
Yeah.
Probably the same.
I love Canada and I love Canadian people. But you could like if it wasn't Canada because we're like connected to Canada, like Jeff, how much to like never go to Spain? I'd be like, all right, $1,000.
Yeah.
There's so many countries I don't need to go to.
Just don't need to go to them.
Yeah, I would say it's all good.
How much to not go to New Mexico?
New Mexico, the city.
Yeah.
Oh, the state. I mean,
The
yeah,
state,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, Holly Holm, where you at? Holly Holm, love you. She lives in New Mexico.
Okay.
But that is a
rules.
terrible state.
Yeah, that's what I'm
She
saying.
knows it. I know it. She'll never admit it, but it's a terrible state. I don't know that she knows it, but I think it sucks. I think New Mexico might be the worst state.
I don't know. I don't know what the worst is.
Brutal. I need to actually go change my perspective on it because I've had like we did a little Bob and Tom tour there, or on the Bob and Tom tour we went to New Mexico, and I remember going, "Oh, I'll never come back here. Like this was absolutely
Boring.
terrible."
Yeah.
Why is it so bad?
Just not a lot going on. So if you have a family and a life there, then that's totally fine. But like 4 people going in that are tourists or looking for something, there's no reason to go there.
yeah.
There's no like pro sports teams. The big bands go to everywhere else, so why see them there? There's like just not like a real culture of anything going on. There's no like real reason.
Not a lot of scenic things.
Driving through it on a motorcycle in like spring, probably really beautiful. But like that's still you're just
Through it.
driving through
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
You're
yeah,
not
yeah.
like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
All right. Thanks for
That was
being
fun.
on Everybody's Got a Price with Jeff Dye and Josh Nelson.
Yeah.
Big thank you to our guest, Gavin. Gavin, where
Yeah.
can people see your comedy? Where can they hear your comedy?
Instagram is at Gavin the House. Very cool. And I have
Gav in the
a
house.
comedy album coming out in the next month or so.
Dope.
Nice.
on
very
all
good.
platforms. Yeah.
Congrats,
yeah,
man.
thank you.
Joshua?
I'm excited.
Josh Nelson Comedy. That's it.
Love it. Subscribe to my Patreon. Go to Patreon/Jeff Dye. Go to all of my YouTube channels, and JeffDye.com is where you can see me perform, or you can see where I'm going to be performing all over. Love you guys. Rate, review, subscribe.